In the Michaux State Forest, west of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a wildfire started on April 23rd. Known as the Thompson Road fire, this would go on to burn 2,248 acres of state forest land. The following day, on April 24th, the Hammonds Rocks Fire started, which burned 470 acres. This second fire being only 10 miles to the northeast of the first one. These fires would also go on to burn for 14 days until full containment on May 6th. It's said that both of these fires were likely human-caused. 5 days after the containment of these fires, I went out to investigate the damage and see what I could find. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Hey guys, I just arrived at the edge of the Thompson Fire Road. This fire started on April 23rd, around 5 p.m. And in total, it burned 2,248 acres of woodland. And the very next day, a second fire started in the afternoon, northeast of here, not far, the Hammonds Road fire, which burned a total of 470 acres. These are pretty interesting fires because you don't see them too often here on the East Coast. This is right down the road from the Appalachian Trail, which had to close this section while these fires are burning. This is the northern side of Thompson Road. It's definitely the more burned side. This road definitely seems kind of like the border of the fire. You can see that some of the fire jumped to the other side of the road. But luckily in the back there, looked like it was a previously clear-cut area, which I'm sure helped contain the fire from spreading too much along with this road. This road here, Thompson Road, is kind of looking like the southern boundary of the fire area. You can see the ground here is kind of charred and the rhododendrons are all withered up. Both of these fires were fully contained on May 6th. Luckily we had a pretty rainy week. It pretty much rained Monday through Friday on and off, which really helped quench these fires and just control them, stop them from burning. But it's really cool to see. It's pretty sad, and I'm just getting into a more seriously burned area. You can see the ground here. It's black. Getting into the main burn area now. Luckily it seems like it was a pretty low intensity fire. A lot of these trees are still living, it seems. Not fully burned. Some of them, well, the dead ones like that, look like they will probably fall over fairly soon, but the rhododendrons look more damaged. I'm not sure if these will make it through. From what I'm seeing, damage so far doesn't look too bad. Looked like it was a pretty low intensity fire with many of the trees surviving. The undergrowth, it's a different story, but I should grow back quicker. Here's a pitch pine I found in the burn zone. These pines are actually evolved to be fire resistant. As you can see, this thick, scaly bark does a great job at insulating the inner trunk from burning and dying. These pitch pines are actually very interesting because wildfires actually drive their reproduction, and the heat basically helps their cones explode and open up and spread their seeds around. So this is actually an excellent example of a eastern tree that actually partially relies on wildfires to reproduce and survive. So it's just a good example that fires are not always detrimental to the woods, and that the woods will come back, and that many of these tree species are actually benefit from these wildfires. Here's another pitch pine. There's quite a few of these up here. Here's a mountain chestnut oak in the burn zone. As you can see, got some charring around the base, but once again, this tree is not very damaged looking. I think it'll make it. These mountain oaks are also fairly fire resistant, at least compared to other oaks, so it should make it as well. I'm gonna go off-road briefly down into the burn area just to see if it's any different down the hill deeper into the burn area than it was near the road, as that was kind of the periphery of the main burn area. I will say it's a pretty big area, as I said, around 2,400 acres, so I will not get to see the whole burn area, obviously, but I can kind of at least see some of it and make some generalizations about the fire as a whole. Definitely looks a little bit more extensive down here than up near the road, near the edge of the fire. Even on the ground, I can see all the fuel source, the leaves, the sticks, acorns, all that looks definitely more burnt down here. There's much less remaining on the ground, just some ashy twigs and ash. The trees, however, still look like in pretty good shape. I mean, pretty much all of them, as you'd expect, have ash coating their lower bark. But even the young trees down here, this is a young oak, look like they're in pretty good condition. As you can see around the base, this looks even less ashy than some of the bigger trees, and it really doesn't look like there's that much damage to it. A lot of these young trees, and especially the old ones, still have their crowns intact. As you can see, this is a young mountain chestnut oak again, and the leaves look completely untouched. Well, maybe there's a tiny bit of damage over there, but for the most part, as you can see, the trees around here had their crowns untouched. So it seems like the fire, for the most part, did not reach up to the crowns. It's a different story for the ground coverage. As you can see, these rhododendrons, as I pointed out earlier, these things probably won't make it. They pretty much lost their leaves, destroying their ability to photosynthesize over the summer. And, you know, I'm sure they're Their chutes, their trunks are pretty damaged as well. Now to find my way back to the road. Anyways, guys, thanks again for joining me on this little investigation of the Thompson Hollow Road fire. Authorities have said that this fire and the nearby Hammonds Rocks Fire both seem like they're human caused, which makes sense. The majority of wildfires, especially out here, are human caused, which is a little bit fishy that these two fires would be started around the same time nearby, though they're not connected, one the day after. So to me, that's a little fishy. It could be an accident, but we don't have many wildfires, and for them to start a day apart and disconnected from each other just seems a little weird to me. Other than that, I just want to thank the local Cumberland County authorities, local municipalities, fire departments, PA, government for containing these fires and keeping them from spreading super far and causing even more damage. Luckily, no one was hurt in these fires. No buildings were hurt, destroyed. So it really went pretty good. And they got these things contained pretty quickly. In about 2 weeks, they were smoldering, but the rain came and finally finished them. So that's good. And from my investigation, it seems like these fires were not too bad, to be honest. I mean, it seems pretty low intensity, and the forests seem like they'll come back pretty quickly, in my opinion. I mean, the undergrowth will take a little while to grow back, but most of the trees, the medium, the big trees, and even the small ones don't seem too damaged to me. I didn't see the whole area, but that's just my kind of generalization of what I've seen. Once again, thanks for joining me. You guys have a great week. Here we are at the Appalachian Trail, crossing Shippensburg Road. This is only about 2 or 3 miles up the road, up the ridge to the east of the Thompson Hollow Road fire. I don't think the Appalachian Trail was affected by the fire. I don't think the fire reached the Appalachian Trail, which is great because this is a great resource that everyone should be grateful of. And plus, there's a lot of houses up here right around the Appalachian Trail. And if that fire was to reach up here, that could have been bad. The Appalachian Trail was closed for a bit while the fires were going, but it appears that it has reopened for public use and for thru hikers. From my experience on the Pacific Crest Trail and the Continental Divide Trail, it was one of the most annoying things that you could run into was forest fires. We've had multiple occasions where we'd have to skip sections, hitch around a section just because there was a fire nearby around the trail. And I'm super glad the Appalachian Trail is safe and not damaged. So yeah, see you guys.